Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. Well, today is looking much better. Bitcoin is nearing $59,000. I told you guys over the weekend, let's see what happens if this Omicron, variant becomes a nothing burger. We're going to see a pretty significant rally, and that is what we're seeing right now. So let's talk about Bitcoin and its next move. Where is it heading to? And also, breaking news, Jack Dorsey decides to leave Twitter. In fact, he already resigned. He is no longer the CEO. What does this mean? What does it have to do with Bitcoin? Well, maybe a whole lot. So, thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news article guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome. All right, let's get started. I mean, things are getting exciting, guys. Things are getting exciting. Once again, I told you guys, I think this new variant is a nothing burger. And last night, we kind of saw that because, Dow futures, NASDAQ futures were up pretty significantly. And right now, you could see, pretty good recovery. 344 for Dow. On Friday, it was negative 900. Are we going to see more upwards movement with the equities market? Probably. And up here, you could see breaking news. Biden says COVID lockdowns are not needed for now. So it looks like this is turning out to be another mild strand, a big nothing burger. So equity markets doing well. And of course, Bitcoin started coming back up. So last night you could see that Bitcoin bounced off of this 53, 54, bounced up to about 57 and then kind of calmed down around here, 56.9. And then just now, we just shot up to about 58.6. So we're not too far off from 60,000, right? But what's more interesting is this. I've been showing you guys this for a few days now, that Bitcoin currently is stuck in this, ascending, channel, not wedge, channel. And you can see higher lows, higher highs, and this continues forward. Where will Bitcoin end up next? Well, I mean, if you look at previous times when Bitcoin went from 30,000, 28,000, 30,000, it went up, shot up to about 42, then came down a little bit, and then continued on and hit the top of the channel about 50,000, came down a little bit, and then finally peaked out about 52. And the second time from 40,000, it just shot pretty much straight up to about 67, 68,000, right? Of course, in between, there's little stops here and there. But if we're looking at, the same kind of pattern, this bounce from the low, if it goes, we may have like some stagnant movement around here, but that around there is around $70,000. So Bitcoin's next stop could be around $70,000 once it shatters through 68 once again. So maybe 70, 73, 75, maybe it stalls a little bit. Maybe it comes down a little bit from there. But then, if it keeps going, top of the channel is about 88, 87, 88, 90,000. And that could be our next top before we get a small little correction. Maybe. Or maybe we don't get any correction. We just blow through here because let's not forget, we are entering December. The last month of the year, last month of the 4-year cycle. This traditionally is the most bullish month of any time for not only just equities market, but also for Bitcoin, right? Even outside of 4-year cycle, traditionally, December is the most bullish month, but of course, we are in the 4-year cycle, the last year 4-year cycle. This is usually the most bullish month. So if we do continue up and we, hit this 90,000, we shatter through it, guess what? That's 100,000 right around the corner. And who knows, after 100,000, I believe we're going to have some major FOMO from retail investors, but also from institutions. They have been FOMOing already. They have been buying as much as they can. And I think they're going to continue on. But you know what? Someone like Michael Saylor is like, hey, I don't care what Bitcoin is. I'm just going to keep buying and buying and buying. He's dollar cost averaging over the long haul. Even when the price is going up. So Michael Saylor and Microstrategy just purchased another 7,002 Bitcoins for $414 million. Now, that was purchased around $59,000. So, in fact, he's actually at a loss right now. I have a theory that Michael does this on purpose. Okay? He purposely buys high because if Bitcoin comes down like this, right, he has to report it as a loss. So, that's a deduction against his capital gains on everything else. So, I honestly think Michael Saylor is buying high on purpose for that reason. But I don't know. But anyway, so, during this purchase, actually at a loss right now. But anyways, he's holding 121,000 Bitcoins right now. Average price of $29.5, obviously much lower than where Bitcoin is right now, right? So overall, MicroStrategy holds over $7 billion worth of Bitcoin right now. So he continues to buy, right? And who else may be buying? Well, of course, that is Jack Dorsey. So the big news of today is Jack Dorsey all of a sudden tweeted out this resignation letter to his employees, and he decided to announce to the world that he is no longer CEO. It's not like it's coming. He is no longer CEO. As of yesterday, he's no longer CEO. He is still board member, but he's going to stay there until May, more of a for transition purposes, not for anything else. Basically, he has no true control anymore. He's not CEO. He's not chairman of board. And basically, two of the original founders, engineers, they are now leading Twitter. Now, why is this significant for Bitcoin, though? Okay, you might be thinking, so what? Who cares about Jack? What does Twitter have to do with Bitcoin? Well, first of all, keep in mind, Jack Dorsey is still the CEO of Square. Okay, Square is one of the biggest payment companies out there, payment processors. So we know that Jack, right, has been talking about how he wants to make his life mission basically around Bitcoin. That if he wasn't CEO of Twitter and Square, he would be 100% in Bitcoin. So now frees up half his time to work on Bitcoin. He is already working on many things in terms of like a Bitcoin wallet, Bitcoin DEX. He just came out with the white paper for some kind of Bitcoin DEX. And of course, he's helping Lightning Network grow. And he's just basically all in on Bitcoin right now. So it does seem like part of this move is just to free up himself to further build the ecosystem. And what better way to do it than with Square? Because Square is in a payment system, right? So you put two and two together, this just makes a whole lot of sense. He frees himself from Twitter, which is already really, really, really complete. It's a social network that's pretty much complete. There's not that much innovations that's coming to it, right? Other than NFT authentication, but that besides that, it's a fully finished product. But what he's really interested in is helping Bitcoin become a global currency. Not just a reserve, but global currency. He thinks Bitcoin can become the daily, the internet currency of the world, being used daily by billions of people. And that he's going to integrate into Square. That's 100%. That's coming for sure. He's going to make Square the forefront or leader of this, and I think this is the reason why he's stepping down, right? Because Twitter means nothing to him anymore. He wants to make Bitcoin the global currency, and now that he has a lot more time on his hands, he's more free to do so. So that's why I think this is very significant. Some of you guys may not like him, based on some of his past, I guess, things he's done, like for censorship and stuff like that. But you know what? I think overall, this is going to be very, very, very good for Bitcoin. Now, let's not forget, Square does own Bitcoin too. A small amount, but he may be following the same footsteps of Michael Saylor and just continues to keep buying Bitcoin. We haven't heard of any other company really add to their stack other than miners. Tesla hasn't added to their pile. Square hasn't added to a pile, but they could be following very, very soon. And take a look at this. Let's zoom in. Bitcoin is coming back up again, 58.7. So things are looking pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. I mean, those two are the big stories of today. But if you look at live coin watch. You can see the market cap is above 2.7 trillion again. Last few days, I made an emphasis to make videos on what to buy, what's cheap, favorite altcoins, right? I've been telling you guys this for quite some time, but I kind of knew that we were going to see a recovery this week, right? Not 100% certain, but I had a feeling that this new variant was going to be a nothing burger and that we were going to recover. So I was talking a lot about all these L1s and L2s, these network protocols, also metaverse plays, and they're all coming up very, very, very significantly today, right? Some are very, very close to their previous high. They're not that far off. Even Bitcoin is around 17%, but you could see that 15%, excuse me. But if you look at Ethereum, it's only 9%, 8% off from its highs, right? Even Binance coins are only 10% off its highs. So some of these are coming up in a big way. Look at Luna is only 5% off its highs, but there are still a lot of bargains. Solana took a dip when it was at 180s. I told you guys, I mean, it was going to flip above 200 in no time. I told you guys that. That was a good, 13, 14, 15% swing within matter of days, right? But it's still a little bit off, about 19% off from its highs. I mean, others also, I even mentioned about Cardano. I'm like, Cardano's so oversold, right? It's bound to come up, and the DEX is right around the corner. Pretty good day today. Polkadot is double digits. Avalanche is double digits. They sold off pretty handsomely recently, but I think they're going to come back in a big way. But, you know, Crypto.com has been really, really hot, so they finally cooled off a little bit. Are they going to continue? And then you have Matic finally joining in the game. Matic has been really, really stagnant, right? Algorand, Link. I mean, today, Decentraland, metaverses are still very hot. VeChain coming up in a big way, about 13%. Overall, right, the name of the game is to buy low and sell high. So when things are discounted, they're cheap, that's when you can buy a little bit, right? Or buy a lot. It depends on your situation. In the last few days, or I should say the weekend, was a terrific time starting from basically Black Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and now we're seeing a good recovery. And let's see what happens later today. Is Bitcoin go pump above 60,000? I mean, it's so close. It would not be unheard of for it to pump up 1,500 points. We could see Bitcoin back above 60,000 in short order. All right, now besides this, just a few other things, very little. For those of you guys that are Dogecoin fans, Binance did resolve their Dogecoin wallet. They were the only exchange that had problems with Dogecoin. I don't know what happened. They were claiming some software update and it just didn't work well with their wallet, but no other exchange had this problem. So I don't know. I don't know what happened, but anyways, it's open now, so you can withdraw your Dogecoin if you wanted to from Binance. And there was a little back and forth between, you know, CZ and Elon. Elon was trying to be, you know, trying to get an update from ZZ, like, hey, what's going on? And they kind of like went back and forth a little bit over Twitter. But I think they're friends. Someone actually, I think one of my best friends sent me a picture, like from 20 years ago, where CZ and Elon were in the same room, and they actually know each other from quite a ways back. So kind of interesting there. What else is there? Sandbox released their highly anticipated alpha. So you can sign up, but you have to buy one of their NFTs to get like a pass to go in, right? But this is what it looks like. It's a virtual world, very similar to Minecraft. You know, kind of blockiness, but not as blocky. It's very similar to Minecraft. And if you look at like the real gameplay, seems like it's pretty legit alpha. You know, usually alpha means that it's not close to completing, but it looks pretty complete. So this is a highly anticipated Sandbox alpha. It is out for those of you guys that are interested. Check it out. Other NFT news: AMC is offering 86,000 NFTs to retail investors and movie theater award members who pre-order Spider-Man tickets. And according to the CEO, this is like the best pre-sale ever because people are just like buying it up like crazy. I don't know what kind of NFTs. I guess Spider-Man NFTs, but it's a very specific number, 86,000. I don't know why that is. Why not 100,000, or why not like 50,000? Why 86,000? There's something to it I don't get. But anyways, AMC of course accepts Dogecoin, accepts SHIB, and they're all about NFTs now, right? So this is definitely helping them. I'm really looking forward to this film. It looks amazing, by the way. What else is there? Budweiser changed their name to Beer.eth. We know Budweiser is in the NFT game now. So, I mean, every single major company or brand, they're all getting involved with NFTs. Whether you like it or not, they are going to get themselves involved with NFTs. And don't get confused by, what an NFT is and what a metaverse is and play to earn games. They're similar, but they're all different. They're very, very different. Just because they're offering NFTs doesn't mean they're in the metaverse, but they can. Imagine this. The 86,000 NFTs, right? Let's say AMC has a virtual theater inside Decentraland or Sandbox, right? And the only way to redeem the 86,000 NFTs was to actually log into the games, go into the virtual store, and then get redeemed, right? Then you could get your NFT that way. Think about that. They haven't gone to that step yet. But if they do, man, that's wild, right? That makes it gives it like a barrier entry, like a difficulty to do, right? So it will shut down a lot of people that aren't familiar with NFTs or metaverses. But if they did that, it would reward people that are in the game, that already know about this, right? And it's just a really cool concept. So they could do that easily in the future. And Budweiser could probably give out, virtual buds in metaverses too. So you think about it, it's still very early, but there's a lot of things that they can do. And of course, since I'm talking about NFTs, I did not release any I Am George NFTs last week. So I'm making up for it by having two new ones. One that's a little bit late, but it is me cooking a turkey. So that is I Am George number 10, and 11 is me getting ready for this moonshot, for Bitcoin, right? Moonshot trajectory for Bitcoin and crypto. So me in an astronaut suit. So two new ones for this week, one to make up for last week and one this week. Check it out. Part of the I Am George collection. There's only going to be 1,000, and these are number 10 and 11. So it's linked in the description. All right, guys, pretty much it. Let's just do a Q&A. All right. Scrolling up. Bert says Square owns Cash App where you can buy BTC. Yeah, that's been true for years now, years and years. But they're gonna do more than that. Someone says 36,000 BTC bought by number 19 whale address. I've been showing you guys that. There's a lot of whales that have been accumulating, right? Even if you go to Whale Alert. Whale Alert. There we go. Like the last few days, I've been showing you like 20 million, being deposited, 50 million, 100 million being deposited, right? So there's a lot. These are going to random wallets, unknown wallets, so they're being taken off. So I would not be surprised if you see Bitcoin reserves going even lower. So they're basically being transferred to some custodian service. This is 400 Bitcoin from Coinbase to Binance. Why do you think they're doing that? Because there you go, use that Bitcoin to be buying altcoins. So that's a lot. What else is there? 21 million. This is an hour ago. 21 million USDT being transferred to Binance. What do you think that 21 million is going to be used for? To buy altcoins, right? So there's just a lot of stuff going on today. There's a lot of buying. This 482 going to Zappo. So they're a custodian. There's basically a cold storage. So yeah. 6 hours ago, 48 million USDT transferred to Binance. Yeah, that was used to buy crypto. So I mean, yeah, if you look at it, there's just nonstop buying going on right now, which is why the last few days I told you guys, um, don't pay, don't concentrate just on price action. Concentrate on what's really happening behind the scenes. That's what I'm trying to show you guys, right? Through metrics, show you the fundamentals, show you these transactions. They're not fake. The big whales are buying. I take that back. They're not even big whales. They're whales, but they're not big whales. They're not big whales like Michael Saylor, but even Michael Saylor is buying. So, goes to show you. All right, scrolling down. Trying to diversify my metaverse portfolio. What do you think about those? Sorry, I'm not familiar with those. Crypto Anchor. I'm neutral on Anchor. They formed a partnership with Sacramento Kings or something, but they're basically, they help you create nodes for other projects. So they're almost like a decentralized storage, kind of, but they help you create nodes for projects that you like. Could you look into Metis, Layer 2 ETH project with Vitalik's mom on a team? I don't know if that's actually a good thing or not. I don't know her background. I'm assuming she's not as intelligent or as good as a coder as Vitalik. I may be wrong on that assumption, so I don't know. But this is a very, very small project. Dapps plus DAO, NFTs plus people, Web 3.0. Okay, so they're a scaling solution for Ethereum. If this was so good and if Vitalik's mom is on a team, why doesn't Ethereum just buy out this company and just use this to scale rather than do their own sharding? You know, it's like, but anyways, I can't tell you if this is good or not. I mean, there's just a lot of layer 2s out there. Okay, they're not the only ones. A lot of people ask about Immutable X. I mean, they're very good. There's Arbitrum, and there's many other layer 1s that you can use too, because there's a whole bunch of bridges now that's operational. Tough Cookie says, I like the idea of I Am George NFT cruise, holder cruise. That I actually came up with that on the fly last night. I think that's actually a good idea. One of the additional benefits, because I did say there are a lot of benefits to these, right? There's a lot of benefits. I have it on CryptosRUs.com if you're not aware, but one of them I said to be announced. So maybe holders could join me on a cruise next year. That would be pretty cool. Just throwing ideas out there. Not set in stone though, but just throwing it out there. All right, I'm missing a lot of super chats. I gotta catch up here. What else? What the hell's going on with ADA? Why is it tanking so much for anticipation? It's not tanking so much. It tanks so much because a lot of people lost faith recently with the recent dip. But you know what? Sunday swap, DEX, we need that to come out fast. ASAP. Then things I think will be okay. I know you hate Litecoin, but I bought it at absolute top May 2020 and with 3 months worth of my salary. Advice, please. I can't give you advice. And if you know I hate Litecoin, then you know what I would do. Me, I don't hold any Litecoin. If I was going to hold any kind of store of value, it would be Bitcoin. That's why I advise 50, 25, 25. 50% in Bitcoin, right? I don't advise 50% in Litecoin. No, because Bitcoin is superior in every way. So hopefully that helps you answer, but I can't tell you what to do. Bitcoin could become a global property and global currency in the next 20 years. And the price could go to 5 to 10 million. If it does become the global standard, countries start, a cold war basically in terms of hoarding Bitcoin rather than gold. I mean, Bitcoin could go to 100 million if that happens, right? But if it does become the base global currency that replaces the USD, yeah, 5 to 10 million would be easy. This is what Hillary Clinton recently said. She didn't like Bitcoin because Bitcoin was a threat to the USD as as the global reserve currency. If that happens, it's still very early. But if it happens, man, Bitcoin will be at 5 to 10 million easy because everyone will be trying to buy it. Red Rubles, appreciate that. Can you look at Realm? Could they be a big player in? Let's see, Realm. Create and explore your own play to earn microverse, infinite realms, AR portals, transport you to realms around infinite number of microverses from art galleries. Okay, so they're turning basically augmented reality. They're turning like anything into like its own metaverse, but they call it microverse. I don't know if this will work. It's weird that they placed this. The other ones disappeared or it's not loading. To me, this seems like it's just like AR, augmented reality, but they're trying to take it a step above to make it so that it's augmented reality, but you can create microverses with it. I don't know. To me, it seems a little confusing. You don't need that. You could just have augmented reality, you know. But I guess if you wanted to make different yeah. I don't know. I'll say it has promise, but the premise is confusing. And most people, I think, will get confused by it. But you know what? Maybe they could do well. I mean, last 30 days, they have done really well, 400%. NFT stuff, metaverse stuff is just really, really popular. And they're on Uniswap and PancakeSwap. They're not on any centralized exchange yet. If they get on a centralized exchange, they'll probably pump more. It could be good. It could be good, Marcel. Christian, I appreciate that. Have you heard KuCoin will list Kin? No, I don't really care about Kin. So even if they are, I have no thoughts around that. Nakamoto Games is one of the more underrated metaverse gaming projects. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for that. Any recommendations on Steel hardware wallets? I don't even know of any. There's a lot that you could. I mean, the Steel ones, basically, you're just you're stamping out your private key onto a metal plate, so it's waterproof and fireproof, right? Well, somewhat fireproof. I mean, if the fire is really big, it'll still melt that thing. But there's a lot of people that make it. I mean, you don't need any electronics on it. It's just basically you just have to have stamp each individual character onto it. So I'm pretty sure you can find that everywhere. What are your thoughts on DeFi land running on Solana? The token apparently, Animoca, FTX are big supporters. Well, anything on Solana, you're going to have Alameda. Animoca. No, okay, sorry. I thought you said Alameda. DeFi land? They're not doing so good. Well, they just came out. Gamified decentralized finance. Multi-chain agriculture simulation to gamify decentralized finance. Okay. Yeah, Animoca Brands, Gate.io, NGC, 3 commas. I mean, pretty good team in terms of. Yeah, okay. I'll just say it's a maybe. Thoughts on Gala? Still room to run? Yeah. What is all these questions, guys, on all these like small metaverse plays? I get that you guys want to like, find the next 1000x coin, right? But a lot of these are just, hyped up projects right now that can come down really fast with the next correction. So be careful. But sometimes I do still like to look at them to see if they're promising. But it seems like there's a lot of people just keeps asking about metaverses. Would it be possible for Cardano to delay smart contract launch until concurrency was resolved? According to Cardano, there is no problem with concurrency. It's just that no one knows how to program to make it work. That's the thing. Cardano does not believe that they have a problem. Charles says it's done. It's just that people don't know how to program around it. That's the problem. So no, they cannot have delayed things. Will Loop Ring partner up with GameStop? I don't know. That's still unconfirmed rumor. Do you think Engine has an upside compared to Matic? Engine, maybe. With their new Infinity chain, that's going to be a pair chain on Polkadot. Yeah, they could definitely have an upside like Matic. Engine itself, because they're in metaverses and NFTs, they have a big upside too. Thoughts on Pancake Swap? Still, they're like Uniswap and Binance Smart Chain. You can't go wrong with them. They're not going to go away. They're the biggest AMM on Binance Smart Chain. They'll continue to do so. UFO is a hassle to buy. Needs ETH and transfer wallets. Well, yeah, it's right now it's ERC20 token, right? So yeah, you do need ETH to buy and transfer. What are your thoughts on Referral? Still 100 million market cap partnerships. Yeah, I don't like Referral. It's with NFT marketplaces, you don't actually need the underlying token, and that's why they're not going up. You don't need Referral token to do anything on that marketplace. You're just buying things in ETH, so it doesn't really help Referral. No one cares about using it for governance token, right? So that's the thing. Can you talk about DOT? Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about DOT because they're not doing anything right now other than parachain auctions. So you just have to wait until they're done and then see what these parachains are actually going to do. Many of them are for DeFi, not so much on NFTs, but Infinity Chain from Engine is. But you just have to wait right now. Wait until they're done, they're out, and then, then you'll see progress. But right now, it's just, they're kind of hanging around, right? But they're still in the top 10, but they're not careful. Someone like Avalanche will shoot right above them. I don't like ICP. Someone says I keep buying Quant. Okay. What are your thoughts about the BitTorrent guy? No thoughts. He seemed to have a big problem with Justin Sun and Tron after he sold BitTorrent, and then he started Chai, I think. Yeah, I think this is his project. It's like a decentralized storage or something. Oh no, it's not this one. No, it's not this one. It's something. I thought it was Chai. Chia, or I don't know. He started some other project that caused some major storage issue because he used storage to stake. Illuvium is worth checking out. I mean, but they have run up so much. Illuvium, they're gonna come out with their game soon, Q1. But man, they've been running like crazy. 250% the last 90 days. If you go back further, they're like thousands of percent. So it's an interesting concept created by some good guys. The guys who created it are brothers of the guy who created Synthetics. So they have some experience. They have good backers. The gameplay so far right now looks pretty good, and the graphics looks pretty good. So they're definitely one that has a lot of momentum right now. Do you want to create a project which human DNA sequence will be placed on the blockchain and everyone become NFT? Brett, no. No, Brent, I do not. No, I do not. Does not sound like something I want to be part of. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Hey, overall, Bitcoin continues to rally. Look at that. 58.8. You know, it's looking pretty good, guys. We could be at 60,000 by tonight, right? This is what I said on the weekend. Even when we're at 53, I said, you know what? Blink of an eye, we could be back at 60. And it's looking like that's what's happening right now. Okay, Bitcoin is coming in a big way. New variant turned out to be a nothing burger, and things are looking pretty good. So those of you guys that took advantage, you listened to me and you calmed down, you didn't panic sell, and you did the opposite of what you were going to do, which is instead of panic buying, you did the opposite and panic bought. Well, you're looking pretty good today. That's for sure. And I do think that this is going to continue. We're heading into December pretty soon. That's the most bullish month. Can't wait to see what happens. All right, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, guys, and I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.